When successful people undervalue a relationship, they can risk the important ones. How many times have we heard about successful people who ended up divorced, or they end up having a business with someone that it didn't pan out because they had two different visions, and where there's more than one vision, that's called division. This is why it's important to determine what success should look like for you before you decide it's worth it. Now, I'm not saying that you should decide between success in your relationships. What I'm saying is success can look different. To some people, success looks like being happily married, blessed with children, living in a nice home in the suburbs, or not being stressed out or broke all the time. How you determine this for yourself should be a starting point, not a regret after the fact. And sometimes, maybe you'll find out the thing that you were trying to do really wasn't a good fit. The parents thought they were hiring me to help their child. And what we really found out was what really needed attention was how they were co-parenting in the middle of a separation. Because the communication was breaking down, I ended up mediating some of that in our regular meetings. How are we going to handle something, and I was able to mediate that conversation for them. But ultimately, when they worked with me, they ended up getting help for themselves. When it really came down to, they needed to adjust some things and change some things as well in order for that to work out for all of them. But they did, and then we saw some amazing progress. The big key here was helping these parents take responsibility for making the changes they needed to. If they really wanted to help their child, they needed to make sure that they were modeling what was necessary. And also both of them needed to participate in that process. And tendency was one of them would do all the work while the other one got to have a say. And that just didn't work. So, of course, we addressed that. Anyway, it came down to helping them see clearly what they really wanted lied in something that each of them had a part to play, a role to play, and that it was very important, even though they were successful, not to undervalue the relationship in each other, because they both were in their child's life, and it was really important for them to do that. They're running after success, and they're forgetting what's important. And a lot of times, they can risk their marriage or even alienate their kids because they don't show up when they're supposed to. There's nothing wrong with being successful. They can do that better so that they can actually still have time and energy for what they care about most, and that's the relationships in their life.